What you doing out in these streets, slave rule? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out? What you doing out? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out in these streets, slave rule? We in these streets. All right. We finally back, David. We finally back. I want to thank you for coming back out here in these streets. It's been a while. What did I? It's I think this is the earliest podcast I've ever done.
Yes, it is fucking early, bro. I'm still half asleep.
Fucking ESCOM. And the last time we also did it, it was also like stage 6 or something.
It was, and we did it late. Like at 6 the night or something.
Was it that late?
It was late.
I
it
can't
was
even
almost
remember.
dark, man. Or like 4 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
But it was. But also, once again, ESCOM. I can remember I still got you and the power was off. We still had to wait for the power to come on.
That's right.
And now we're trying to do it before the power goes off.
Yeah.
So we've got a timer. The podcast can't run longer than, about hour 50 minutes.
Yeah, we have to stick to it now. It's like, fuck, it's like so pressed for time.
Yeah.
I hated like rushing into shit, you know, like I just being relaxed, and now it's like rush from this to this to this. And
no, it's crazy, man. But we made it. We're here. We're going to make the best of it.
Yes.
Take 2. Here we go.
Take 2.
The viewers requested this for how long now already?
Millions and millions of years, David.
All of those views you got on that previous video.
Yo, David, it's
People
crazy.
wanted the white man back. The white man is back in the house.
Back to represent these streets.
Represent Kraaifontein.
You know, I actually got some heat from the last episode that you were on. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
What did I say? Well, I said a lot of shit.
What didn't you say?
Yeah. Hey, man.
No, I was
keeping it real.
This really happened. Like I was literally in the streets, and then somebody came to me and said, talked about you and said, yeah, you had that guy on and he didn't believe in no sex before marriage, and then you still went to go and have lunch with him, and I was like, huh? I was like, huh? Like, I was like, why is that a problem for you? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, why? Like, and why can't? Like, he didn't even ask me. I also agree with you on this. He probably thought I'm also religious. So, okay, he was probably very religious. So he had a different stance on it.
Probably. But each person has his own opinion.
Exactly.
I'm just here to give my opinion. If he wants to give his opinion, you need to invite him.
Invite him to the streets.
I know. Come to the streets, brother.
Ons wag vir jou.
Papa, wag for you. We're going to have a debate. Put him in the room with me.
And then, because I was like, first of all, like, so I can't have a conversation or I can't go out with somebody just because I don't agree with him on one topic.
But precisely, what's up with that?
That doesn't
You
make
can't
sense.
live your life like that.
Yeah.
It's one topic, two topics. I mean...
Imagine I because I love peanut butter, and I imagine you say, I don't like peanut butter, it tastes disgusting. Now I'm like, oh fuck, then we can't be friends. Fuck. Imagine, like, what childish cock is that?
That is very childish. No, honestly, that is quite fucked up to say the least, bro. Because, I mean, your views aren't the same as mine.
Exactly.
No one's views are the same.
One.
Political views, whatever.
Religious,
exactly. So that means that because, say, you Muslim, I'm Christian, or whatever, we can't be friends.
We can't be friends.
Why not?
Yeah.
What?
I don't get it, David. I don't get it. The streets, I told you, David, the streets are wild, bro.
Oh, bro, say kak is a kak. His problems have got nothing to do with me.
I don't know. I was just so shocked at that reaction. I don't get it.
No, but to be honest with you, I had a feeling that you might get some heat, because I was speaking the truth, man, my truth from my heart, and I can remember I said in the video a couple of times. It's an unpopular opinion that I'm going to throw out here. I did give a warning.
Did you give a disclaimer?
I did. So if you don't like it, there was a disclaimer, you should have put it off. When that disclaimer came on.
No. Put it off.
yeah, look, it is what it is. He must go on with his life. I mean, he can believe whatever he wants to. I believe what I want to. You believe what you want to.
Exactly.
Each person is his own person.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge anyone by what they think, what religion they are. It doesn't mean whether you're religious or not that you're a bad person, a good person.
Yeah.
You get religious people that are fucking evil people.
This is true.
Look at the Catholic Church.
This is true.
Fucking evil, bro.
Please explain for 5 Mark Davis.
No, bro, with those popes that were molesting boys and stuff, man. I'm talking about not the people in the church. I'm talking about that.
Okay, no, I
mean, there was
a
highly religious people
Yes.
molesting kids.
Yes. And you know what the fucked up thing they do now? They don't arrest them or they don't face trial. You know what they do? They just move that priest to a different
Another
area
church.
and
Or,
the same cock happens and they go down in circles. This is facts.
No, for years.
This is facts.
And I actually think we spoke about this as well before. Something about the Catholic Church.
Really?
I don't know if it was on a
it
podcast
on
or
record or off record?
I think it might have been off. I think it was. But anyway. But yeah, I got off track here. But yeah, no, look, that's mal, man, and they just move them around, and it's just a moose cover up. And for how many years did they cover this shit up?
Yes.
Eventually, these kids were eventually adults, and they came forward, and then all this shit came out.
Because all the trauma then gets relived. It's like, hey, hold on a second, did that really happen to me?
Exactly. So yeah, look, that's what I'm saying. Religious, non-religious, you're either a good person or you're not. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Not being religious doesn't mean you don't have values, ethics, whatever. So, no, don't judge me, bro. Look in the mirror. But anyway, and let me ask you this.
Wait, before you ask me that, hold that thought. I just want to bring this up quickly, speaking about the church. Did you see the video recently about the Dalai Lama and that child?
I heard.
Did you see that?
I didn't see the video. I read the article where the light must suck his tongue or something.
He literally did suck the light his tongue. And in front of people. There were people around. And that happened in February. The video's only surfacing now.
But where's this kid's parents? Why are they allowing that?
I don't know, look, it wasn't like I want to suck your tongue, please. You know what I'm saying? Like it happened. It wasn't like the child prepared for this situation kind of thing. So,
but once again, what was going through this guy's mind? What makes him think that is okay?
That is okay, man. That's fucked up.
Have a kid suck your
and it's a Dalai Lama, man.
Exactly.
You know?
this is supposed to also be
like
a holy person and such a good person.
That's the thing.
And he goes and catches on shit like that.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Yeah, look, luckily I didn't see the video. I don't want to see it. It's not
it's not something people should see.
But yeah, anyway, let me get to my point.
Okay, sorry, I had to just bring that up.
While we're on the molesting fucking topic.
Hey, wasn't it?
Whatever.
I don't know what you heard.
What is your opinion on Michael Jackson?
Oh, fuck. Okay, please elaborate on the question. I want to understand which, because
you must know.
Because the music is fantastic.
But look, the rumors and so on about him molesting kids and so on. I don't know if you watched his documentary or not his documentary.
The one after he died.
Yes, where the kids that have obviously grown up spoke out about it. There were kids that like this Macaulay Culkin guy, I think he was in there. He said nothing ever happened to him. No. He always slept over there. But then there were other two kids, obviously adults now, that said no, he had some kinky stuff going on with them and so on. So, what do you think? Do you believe it? Don't you? Because I mean, there was a court case. He was on trial. He wasn't found guilty. He was innocent. But yeah, what do you think?
Okay, first of all, I think I watched one episode documentary, right? Mm-hmm. First of all, I've discussed that it came out after his death. Mm-hmm. Why not do it while he's alive, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, the view that I got from this one guy that spoke, because I read some history about this guy, man.
Yeah.
He used to work for Michael Jackson. He used to be a dancer and stuff.
Yes.
He used to be a dancer and he used to be successful and stuff. Then he came to Michael for something and Michael said, yo, I can't help you with this and this. That's when the cuck started. So why when only things go bad for you, then you want to come out?
Secondly, they took that documentary down based on the fact that this one guy was speaking about something that happened at a specific time. But then they go back and look at the estate and then say, oh, hold on, but they never had this at the estate. It wasn't built over there, so how could it have happened? So they found that to be false. Secondly, like you said, Macaulay Culkin, nothing happened. He said nothing happened.
No, he said it was always there.
There's been, like, while he was alive, there's still been people who accused him of this, and then when they got older, they said no. Their parents put them up to it.
Yes.
To get money from him. So, look, I don't know what happened. I hope it's not true. I really hope it's not true. I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt that these things never happened. There's so much hearsay. There's so much to gain from a cock story like that. You know, once you're famous and once you have money, I mean, that guy, wealth. I mean, wealth and wealth. And even with his death, do you know, like, he owned half of Sony's catalog.
Really?
He owned the catalog of Sony. Yeah.
Yo.
And he was so paranoid they were gonna kill him. They were telling his sister
to steal to get the rights.
Catalog back. Yeah. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Like, when he died, they bought the catalog back from the estate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's so much conspiracies like those. Record companies could have made up these rumors so they could cancel him in a way so they could gain more from him. There's so much, dude. That business is a dirty business.
It is, man. Look, I also I don't know what to believe really. The thing is, if you're in the public eye like he was, all these actors and musicians and so on. Then people are forever making claims against them.
Always, dude.
Look, even John Travolta.
Oh, yeah.
He also had a thing where he was apparently groping his masseuse or something, but it's like a male masseuse.
Yeah.
He was groping her, and apparently he's gay and things like that. And the thing is, you'll never know, man. There's always speculation, and the problem is the media always takes a side of the victim.
Yes.
And look, the law, it's now innocent until proven guilty, but it isn't really.
No.
Once you get accused of something like molesting someone, raping someone, shit like that, then you almost, just because someone said it, you're guilty.
Yes.
There was now a case. Who was this case, man? I think it was last year. It was a guy in America. It wasn't an actor. It was like a guy in college. I think it was like an Indian guy, but in America. He went out to a bar the one night. Him and his friends and whatever. He met a girl there. And eventually it ended up going back to her place, slept with her and so on. Next day, this woman went to go lay a charge of rape against him.
Shit.
Now, as soon as something like that happens, your whole reputation is ruined.
Of course.
For the rest of your life, even if you get found innocent.
Innocent, yes.
So, luckily for this guy, there was video footage in the club of this woman hanging on him and kissing him and stuff like that.
Wow.
And also in their dorms, because she took him back to her dorm.
Oh, wow.
They had to sign in by security. There was a camera. And it also shows that she's actually pulling him, taking him to the room. He's not, being aggressive or anything like that.
Yes.
And I don't know what other evidence they had, but the video footage came out later only. If it wasn't for the video footage, apparently, then he would have been guilty.
Wow.
Just because someone said,
Serious.
he raped me.
Fuck.
And what did she have to benefit out of this? But that's the thing, people need to be very, very careful, man. Because it's so easy to ruin a person's reputation. And unfortunately, it's mostly men. It's so easy to ruin a man's reputation just by saying something stupid like molested. Even if you're joking, the wrong person must just hear it. You molested a child, you raped me or whoever, whatever. And it sticks in people's heads.
Of course.
Now you've been found innocent, but still people think where there's smoke, there's fire type thing.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, nothing happened.
It's like the media will put so much attention and blow up the story if it's negative. Nah. Once they find out it's false, nah, they don't put an apology to say, look, we were wrong, we shouldn't have done this. They never do that. They never retract their statement.
Yeah, right, man. The media is the biggest in the wrong.
Yeah.
Basically, because they blow these things up.
Yeah.
To
And they
bigger
just-
than it should be.
Yes. And they just want to be first. They don't want to find the facts first. They just hear something, oh, that should happen, and they post and they...
And how many times has it now happened already?
A lot.
I mean, that the media they basically put you on trial before you're even on trial.
Exactly. And the public paints this perception of you even before you go to trial, even before you go to court.
Precisely.
And you know what the fucked up thing about this is? Like, human nature, and like, people love to see an idol being taken down, being broken, taken
Exactly.
apart.
They don't like people's success and stuff.
They
man.
don't. And the moment there's something wrong with him, they will take him, they will tear him apart. I keep how many times do you see this like Kevin Hart, for example, he wanted to host the Oscars, he was...
Oh, yes.
And
then a video of like 10 years back came out of him doing something.
It was just a tweet.
Oh, it was a tweet.
It was a tweet
Yes.
10 years ago. And then they want to fire him because of something he said 10 years ago. They go dig, they go
They want to now
find something.
cancel him. This cancel culture
It's
nonsense.
so fucked up, man.
And I mean, he was young. He said something stupid.
Yeah.
How many of us haven't said something stupid in
Exactly.
the heat of the moment, or you thought it was a joke,
Yeah.
or maybe just the wrong person? I mean, between friends, we can
Yes.
joke about certain things, but I'm not going to joke about the same thing with another person that I
Yes,
don't know.
you don't know, yes.
because they don't know who I am, my
Yeah.
personality, my beliefs, where you might not know.
And I mean, you're not the same person that you were 10 years ago.
Just that
You've
as well.
grown,
You've
you've
not grown,
changed.
you realized, and he even said he knows it was wrong.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he said. I can't remember, but he knew it was wrong. And they kept coming after him, and then he and I think he said he refuses to apologize any further. He he did one apology or whatever, and then they kept coming. Every show he goes on. And he said he refused. He's not going to apologize anymore. He said he's bit, and that's and I think they did call him back to do the Oscars, and then he said no or something like that.
He did, yes.
And he said no, he's not interested.
Exactly. But then he went on an apology tour. Every show he went and he apologized. He went on an apology tour. He gave in.
His stand-up show.
Yeah, he gave in. No.
Oh,
He
was
went
it an
on
actual tour?
No, he went on like all these TV shows.
Oh, did
and
he
he apologized. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So they called it Kevin Hart on his apology tour. So he goes to all these TV shows and like he caved in. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. And it's not only him. There's how many actors and singers and again people in the limelight.
Yeah, like that
cricket
guy,
players, rugby players, things.
like that Brazilian soccer player, Neymar. He also had a rape allegation against him.
Did he?
And yeah, there's a whole media was against him. Like he had this documentary on Netflix about his life and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they brought that up, and then a few days later they found this girl was bullshitting, and
You see.
and then nothing happened. Like you see, this is the thing, man. They need to have this law in place so that if a woman talks cuck and lies about you, like with
She needs to
rape
go to jail.
allegations, she might go to jail.
And they don't.
They don't press charges. Like, there's no charge for that. There's no crime for that.
No, but there isn't. Look,
There
you've got
isn't.
perjury. But I mean,
Yeah.
when do you ever get charged with
When
perjury?
do you get purged? Yeah.
And because I'm sure that woman
And-
that accused that guy of rape, she's not in jail.
Exactly, because it never went to trial even. But just because she went to the police and she said he raped her, I won't say she raped him. He raped her, and then the media got wind of this and then it blew up everything. But there's no repercussion for her. There's
No,
nothing.
Not at all.
There's nothing.
And
Nobody
it's
goes after
so
her and say,
unfair,
"Yeah, you were a bitch for saying this." Nobody goes
Exactly.
after her to say, "How dare you?"
Yeah,
blah,
no, look,
blah,
the
blah.
media, once it comes out that he's innocent, she was lying, then the media just, we'll move on to the next
Move
story.
on to the exactly.
I mean, go and hound her now.
Exactly.
Ask her why she's saying these
Yeah.
things or what the hell happened. And,
That's so fucked up. So
but unfortunately, in society, it's it's so easy to bring a man down.
easy.
So easy. Just, I mean, what proof? If you were raped or whatever, how do you prove that? There's obviously rape kits and stuff, but I mean,
there is,
how do you just go and say, he raped me? And then the police are like, oh yes, he raped, come, let's go,
you have
and
to,
take you to trial.
have to take a word for it.
Where's the proof?
Yeah.
Show me the proof. Now you go to trial and it's just, oh no, but this happened. There's just stories. Everyone's telling a story, but there's nothing to say that I actually did anything.
Yeah. At the same, remember Tupac? He also had the rape charge against him.
Him as well.
Yeah, but he wasn't even the one that raped her.
Oh?
He was, according to him, he was sleeping, and then whatever happened in that room with his friends, he doesn't know because he was sleeping.
He wasn't even in the room.
But he was the one that was charged.
But he was the one with the money.
Exactly. That's fucked up.
They wanted
man.
money out of him.
Exactly.
His friends didn't have money, so they don't want to. They don't want to sue them or charge them.
He said he was in the other room sleeping. He doesn't know anything that happened because he was sleeping. He wasn't even there. But he was the one that was charged. It's so fucked up.
No, it is. Look, society is a bit fucked up. We need to fix this shit.
Yeah.
And same with, I believe, with this whole gender-based violence.
Oh yeah.
It's horrible. I mean, in South Africa, but the people go on as if it's gender-based violence is only. It says gender-based violence, but it's only actually woman-based violence.
Yes.
It's not males.
Or
it's women and children. So like that. There's no males in there.
I know so many cases of men where men keep getting beat up.
Exactly.
But nothing's happening.
There's this is not very long ago. There was a guy that got raped by a woman. I don't know how it happens, but it happened. It was actually very, very long ago. I think I was still in school, like high school, and there was a story. A guy was on the N1 somewhere. He was, I don't know where he was taking to, but he was like walking, man. He was like hitchhiking. And I think it was like a combi or something like that pulled up next to him.
Sorry, David, can you just adjust your mic? Yeah, there we go. No, I thought it was completely now.
Okay, sorry. Technical difficulties.
I just want to make sure we capture every single moment clearly, There we go.
Better?
That's better.
Okay.
Got you.
Anyway, let me start it.
Hitchhiking was
So the guy was hitchhiking.
Yeah.
And this like a minibus taxi type thing, but it wasn't a taxi.
Yeah.
It stopped next to him. And there was two women in there. And they picked him up. They gave him like a drink, something that they had there to drink.
That's right. Yeah.
And obviously this did something to him.
Mm-hmm.
And these women apparently raped him.
Shit.
And then eventually left him on the side of the road.
Shit.
But those are things that doesn't get, things like that doesn't get reported, because the thing is also, which is also wrong in the male environment, is men are afraid to actually report things like that.
Yeah.
Because if you report something like that, then you are looked at as like, what? I mean, why would you report that? I mean,
exactly.
They had sex with you.
Yeah,
What's the problem?
You should be happy.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
As if, I mean, I don't have a right to choose who I want to sleep with.
Exactly. And I know so many cases also where they go report the situation. And they say, oh, my girlfriend beat me up. And then they laugh at them, you let your girl beat you up. You know what I'm saying?
Precisely.
But the moment you retaliate, then you at fault.
Oh, yes.
So who do you go to?
That's also, I watch a lot of these on YouTube, these like cop videos, man.
Yeah.
It's like mostly American. And I can remember something about the woman and the man, the husband and wife. Well, they had an altercation. They fought, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but they had a fight. So the cops rock up there. It was obviously a noise disturbance. Someone called the cops. I don't know what happened. And she like says, no, but he beat me. Immediately he gets arrested. Jeez. He's telling them, no, but she hit me as well. And showing them marks, whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck all, bro.
Nothing happens.
Get in the car. Bye.
So how is that gender-based violence then?
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with the concept of gender-based violence.
Yes,
it is something that needs to stop, because
absolutely.
In this country, look, I can't talk about other countries, but this country especially, there's a lot of nonsense where people are forever beating on each other.
Yes.
But we need to get it right. We don't just look at women and children. Where's the equality?
Yes.
You want to talk about equal rights for everyone. But then we get the short end of a stick.
Exactly.
I want to be able to, if something happens to me, also go and report it. I want to feel free or safe to actually report something like that. I don't want to come to a police station, oh, my wife beat me, or this woman in the street beat me, or whatever, and then be laughed at.
Exactly.
And I think it's a whole culture thing, man.
It is a culture
It's the way we are brought up. the same. I mean, you're a man is a man. You don't complain. You do whatever happens. You lift yourself up and you keep going.
Yeah.
You're the provider. You're the caretaker. Whatever. Protector. And it needs to change, man, because you can't have equality with this nonsense, man. And there's now people that I know as well. It's the wife doesn't want to work because she feels she needs to stay at home with a kid and so on, look after the child. But now the husband must work. He must pay for everything. They're struggling financially, but you don't want to work. And then you want to complain, oh, but there's no money. Now, what's with that as well?
I know someone in that situation, David. It's not pretty.
No, I also know it.
Pretty.
And there's instances where people, they don't just want to take a job that's low paying, 10,000 Rand, which isn't low. But I mean, 10,000 Rand from 0 to 10, it's 10,000 Rand more. It can buy your groceries.
Yeah, it will help a long way in the household.
No, but you're too good for that. So you'd rather, now you want a job that pays 30,000 Rand. But you haven't worked for how many years?
Yeah.
Don't tell me, no one's going to hire you. You've got no experience. You had experience back then.
Yeah, but
it's been how many years you don't have the experience anymore.
Yeah,
the person that applies with you, they've actually been doing the work. Things have changed.
It's fresh to them. It's
so that's what I'm saying. In a household, unless obviously the husband or the wife or whoever is working is earning a massive salary and they're fine with you not working. I mean, you're living a comfortable life.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Different.
But don't sit here while your husband's slaving away, or your wife. It can be the other way around as well. Wife or husband slaving away, bringing in the money. You're struggling. You can't go to restaurants. You can't go out on holidays, things like that, because there's no money. But now you want to complain and nonsense like that. No, man, go find a job.
You have to pull your own weight.
It's not 1950 anymore, where we have 20 kids and only the husband has to work. And I mean, back then money meant something. Now, I mean, a salary of 30,000 Rand a month isn't enough for two people.
It's not.
I mean,
it's not. 2 people now.
Be real.
Nah.
I can remember my grandmother. She was one of 13, and only her father worked. A grandmother, my grandmother's mother didn't work.
Wow.
And they had a whole range of bro. It was like from small to big. So what happened is the older kids looked after the younger kids, basically.
Wow.
But it was different times. Money meant something, like I said. So you could actually afford that.
The cost of living wasn't the same.
Exactly. Now, I've got 1 kid. You know how expensive that is. I don't know how people do it with 2, 3.
David, that's why I'm getting a double vasectomy tomorrow, David. I've got a doctor's appointment scheduled.
Rather buy a dog.
I'm getting a triple vasectomy. I'm making dead sure.
So now alles af.
Hey, nie alles, ja, asseblief nie alles. Hou vas, David.
Maak die sakkies leeg.
But yeah, man, times have changed, David.
It has.
And that's how couples and families break up because of money.
Money, and I think also I read somewhere before that money is the biggest problem the biggest, I can't get to the word, but biggest thing when it comes to divorce. Because as soon as you start stressing about money, you start fighting, and you must not do this, you must do that, you mustn't buy this, and I think that puts a lot of strain on the relationship. I don't know, man. I don't know if it'll ever change. Maybe, but something needs to be done, man. Anyway, next topic.
No, but it's like, what did I want to say? Look, the only way it's going to change, it's up to that person who is in that situation. Like, either the husband who's pulling the weight or the wife that's pulling the weight, you know. One or the other, they have to come to an agreement and say, okay, fine, I need to also start working or earning money some way, or, you know, pulling my weight. But yeah, that's the only way it's going to change. It's not a culture thing. It happens throughout.
No, it's everywhere.
All races,
it is
worldwide. You know, so I think it's an individual thing. Like, I know for me, like, let's say I'm get married, which will never happen. Touch wood.
Bachelor for life.
For life! Repeating all the bachelors out there. But like, let's say I get married and let's say I say, my wife has a good job, I'm gonna lamb at home, and I'll never be able to look at myself in the mirror and be comfortable with that. I'll never be able to say, fuck, my wife was looking after me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I'm lambing at home and watching Netflix all day.
You must not ask your wife, can I have 100 rand?
You
I wanna
know-
go buy some beers.
Ask for an allowance.
No, what's my give me allowance.
I could never do that. I'm just built that way. I can't.
You know, I've ever only heard of one guy that where his wife works but he doesn't work.
Whoa.
He's a stay-at-home dad.
Really?
It's not a friend of mine, but I used to play action cricket with this guy.
That's progressive.
Years back. It was like way before COVID, obviously. I think it's probably like 7 years back. Anyway, I played action cricket. And this guy was there. His wife was apparently very successful. I don't know what she did. Back then I probably knew, but I've forgotten. But they had, I think, one kid. And he was a stay-at-home dad.
Wow.
He stayed at home, looked after the kid. His wife worked. That was it.
And they were cool with that.
But that worked for them. But again, she earned a hell of a lot of money, and I'm assuming she didn't want him. Look, I never went in depth with him about it. He wasn't my friend. I just knew him through the cricket. But yeah, he looked after the kids, and in my life, I've never seen that again. I've seen a lot of times where the man works and the wife doesn't work.
Yes.
But that's usually in our society that's what happens.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I was like, wow, really?
That's progressive.
Yeah.
Like that will only work if they have this agreement. Like a lot of like you watch movies and then you see that type of thing, but then they have this agreement like 5 years I'm gonna do this.
Yes, I've seen that in movies.
And
yes.
then after the 5
I'm gonna chase
years,
my career.
Yeah, and then I'll allow you that.
Yes.
And then they switch like that.
Yes.
So that makes sense on that level.
Yeah, look, I don't know if they had an agreement like that. Like I said, I don't really know the guy. I just knew of the situation.
Yeah.
But it's very, very interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Sheesh.
Look, but I don't know if I would be able to do that anyway.
I don't.
Look, you want to be independent, even though you're in a relationship. You still want to have independence.
Yeah.
Don't want to have to ask people for money or someone for money and things like that. And I've told my wife already as well. Even if I had to earn R1 million a year or whatever, and we're wealthy and she doesn't have to work, you're not going to sit at home the whole day and do fuck all. Just spend my money. Get yourself at least a half-day job. Or a side hustle or something. No, you're not going to sit in Canal Walk all day while I slave away.
Sell Avon or Tupperware
Yeah,
or
but
something.
do something. Keep yourself busy.
Yeah.
And luckily we are very like-minded in that way. She's also said she will never not work unless I win a 80 million Powerball lotto. Then both of us can just chill and do nothing. But
I still can't do that. Even if I had like 80 million in the bank, I won't feel comfortable just lambing.
Oh no, I'll travel the world, bro. I'll never be at home. I don't even think I'll have a house. I'll just be on cruise ships and
a backpacker,
jet setter. And,
yeah.
I mean, 80 mil.
Don't get me wrong. There obviously will be times where I say fuck it and I go off for a bit. But at least just to have, I don't know. I don't know.
Keep busy.
Yeah, exactly.
For the days that you don't have anything to do, you're not going anywhere.
Like just keep saying, man. Because all that money can fuck you up, David. Especially if it's money you didn't earn, man.
Yes, it's easy money.
It's money you just got out of nowhere. So you don't even feel bad spending it.
No,
because money wasn't even promised to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to just lose all of that in a year.
And how often does it happen? How many stories have you heard?
Fucking time.
Especially in like America and so on. There was a show on Netflix, or there's like some documentary on YouTube or somewhere.
Yeah.
Where they've got these lotto winners that lost everything.
Yes.
And I think there's like 5 of them that they have on there, or 4 or something like that. But then these people are like, they were living the high life.
Exactly.
They weren't looking at their bank accounts, just buying cars, houses, whatever.
Yep.
And eventually, No money.
No money.
Now the banks take the cars, the houses, alles.
You see,
And now you're broke again. And all those friends that you made along the way, these rich
gone.
friends, they want nothing to do with
Of
you.
course.
You don't have status anymore.
yeah.
So what now?
It's so easy to lose that money. It's, I don't know. I think like once you have, let's say you win that type of money, it's like they have to go through this financial literacy course to teach you how to work with money, invest in money, make
But
that money
apparently
work
they
for
do.
you.
I've heard that here in South Africa. I don't know about the other countries, but when you win the lotto, probably over a certain amount, obviously, then there's two options. First option is they can pay it out as an annuity to you, like monthly,
Yeah.
for the rest of your life or whatever. Or you can take a lump sum, but you go and sit with like a financial advisor, and then he gives you options. I don't know if they actually teach you everything. I mean, for that you must not go to Metropolitan or to wherever to invest and get yourself a financial manager or something. But apparently they do sit with you and go through everything with you and so on. But whether people actually care, they've got their own ideas, you know. I don't know. I've always thought, because the other day it was the Powerball was like 18 million. Yeah, and I played. And I'm like, tell my wife, you must win that. I'll spend like, let's say 10, 20 million of it, buy houses, cars, whatever. Obviously give to the family and so on.
Fuck, I'm giving shit there.
And
nobody will fucking know, bro.
and the rest of it, I will invest. And I'll just live off the interest. I will never touch that money. Because I mean, interest on, say, 50 mil.
David.
Say now you've spent, and there's, say, 30 mil, there's now 50 left. The interest on that a month, bro. That's a hell of a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, David.
I mean, you don't have to. I think we calculate. I think it was like 200,000 rand based on like a rough calculation I did with.
Wow.
I think I only took like a 5% interest rate,
Oh, wow.
which is now little. I mean, it's gone up now.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's like 200,000 a month. Obviously, SARS takes off. You're still left with 100.
Yeah.
Still left with 100,000, and there we go.
But I mean, people don't have the discipline as well, man. They don't have that discipline to say, I'm not touching that. Because they know it's fucking there. You know what I'm saying? The moment you can access it, it's over.
It is.
There must be, if you want to have that in place, then you must have somebody to have like a key and say, look, I need this money. And then they must be like, but why? Please motivate.
No.
Why do you want this?
Give proper reason.
Exactly.
If you want it for something that's not going to make you money,
Yeah.
no.
Exactly. They say, but it's my money. Like, but you put me in charge to say
To make sure this money lasts.
Exactly. So what's up?
Yeah.
But you also don't want somebody to have control over your money. That's the other thing.
It's a difficult one, that. It's catch-22. Because as you said, you want freedom to do what you want with your money. But you also need someone to bait, because you might not have that discipline to not just spend everything. So you also need someone to look out for you.
Yeah.
And I suppose, look, you can get someone to do that for you, look after your money and so on. But at the end of the day, it's your money. If you really want to take it out or away from them or whatever, you can take it. They can't stop you.
Yeah. Like I've got like different type of accounts, and I've named them all differently. But I've got this one account called it's called a YOLO account.
YOLO?
account. That's why I just keep all my fucking money. So like if I want to spend some shit, I don't feel bad about it. Like that's there for a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's burning money.
It's burning money. So like the other money is there, I don't touch it. But the money in that account is like, I don't give a fuck. Like so.
But that's good, man. It's almost like a budget, because that's now the money you've now put away your money for your holiday, your new car, your this, your that, and then
I have a separate account. Yes, okay, no, you can't.
Yeah, but I mean,
okay, got it.
And then you've got this one.
Yes.
Whatever's left,
whatever I can just.
This is mine.
Yeah.
Whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it, that's it.
Exactly.
Ja, nee, ek is nou nog nie so fancy nie. I don't have all these bank accounts. I'm no music producer and singer, songwriter. I like good.
Nah, like I don't know, but for me, like I just feel it's better to manage my money like that. Because if I have everything in one account, I wouldn't know what the fuck, like where, what's for what. Like I'll
Exactly.
get so confused and
Yeah.
I'll just start spending. Like, oh fuck,
It
what
is.
did I do?
Yeah, you know.
I just spent the college tuition.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? On the damn stripper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Little Danny will have to go work at Checkers now.
you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, look, in the beginning, my wife and I, it was now also long ago when, before we got married and so on, we actually had a similar type thing like you, but we actually did it with envelopes.
oh wow,
So, wasn't in the bank.
that's dangerous though. Eh?
Yes. But so, what we did is, say in like for the month, say there's 4 weeks in the month. So we'll put like, say 500 rand in an envelope for every week.
Yeah.
If that money's finished, it's finished, bro. Nou moet jy maar sit by die huis en fokol.
Wow.
But that was like our spending money. So you'll have $500 for the week to spend. Obviously, it's not groceries and stuff like that. That's other money. Also, another envelope.
Yeah.
But spending money is the envelope. And if you know, once that money runs out, you're not allowed touching the other one. Well, that's next week's money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, next week you sit with nothing.
Yeah.
And that actually worked.
And then what happened?
We started earning a bit more. We didn't have to anymore.
You see, that's
We didn't have to have envelopes
that's
anymore.
the thing about human nature, man. Like you lose that discipline once you start earning more because you're like,
It is.
fuck it, I'm comfortable now. I have that cushion now. But you see, like I have this practice that, like the moment I start earning more now, I start living less. I start cutting back. And
You know, that's good. But that's discipline.
It's hard,
Which is
but it's
because as soon as you have more money in your account, you think, oh yeah, I need a new TV.
exactly.
I need a new car.
Or a new
I
pair of
need a-
shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like
and then your lifestyle catches up to your salary
exactly.
again. And then you sit
And then
where you
oh fuck, I
then
need
you
more
again,
money. Like I earn so little.
Exactly, you earning like 60,000 rand household income, combined income, but you're poor.
But exactly.
You don't have money.
Like a year ago, you would have dreamed of that, and now all of a sudden,
Yes.
fuck, I don't have any more money. There's some bullshit.
It is.
They're not paying me enough. Give me more money.
Underpaid. Yeah, but that's just being human, I suppose.
It is, man.
It's difficult to have that money and not use it.
It's hard.
I can
It's
say for
hard.
myself as well.
Like I dated this girl, like, and after a while, man, like I realized, like, hey, but every time we go out, man, then like, cause like whenever we're together, like we go out or we
Yes.
get takeaway or something, and it's expensive, man. I started working out my budget, and I was like, hold on, this bitch is expensive. and it's always just me, man. Like she will like now and then like
Yes.
pay for something, but it's not. That doesn't
Yes.
know. The gap is so uneven, man. I told her, hold on. Look here. If we're gonna start going out like the way you're going out, we're gonna have a budget for a month.
Yes.
And this is what we're gonna spend for a month, right? If that money is up, like you have that thing, the same arrangement like that. Yeah,
That is done.
yeah, exactly.
You work within this budget.
She wasn't too happy about that, though. But I told her, look here, I can't spend all my fucking money on just entertaining your ass.
Exactly.
I was like, hold on a second, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, jy is so goed.
No, but it's just stupid. Like I'd rather invest that money.
It is.
I was
And
like,
look, my wife and I, when we actually started dating, previous girls, same thing, man. You go on dates, you pay for everything all the time. Yeah, they won't even try and offer.
dude,
Can I maybe even just pay the tip or
you know what? Or the parking.
Or the park.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, broer, hulle stap
Ja.
maar net as 'n betaal kom en
Like my one test is like I asked for the bill, right? Okay, make sure it's recording. Okay. There's one test I like doing this. There's some game for the streets out there, guys. We eat liquor. Paul asks for the bill, right? The bill comes. You put the bill down.
Yeah.
I don't touch it.
Yeah.
I don't touch it. We talk. I want to see if she makes an attempt to grab it.
Makes a move.
Yeah. If she at least grabs it, then I know, okay, fine. You fine. I can still go out with you. But the moment you ignore it and I'm gonna pretend like this didn't happen,
Yes.
then fuck. I'm sorry.
No, that time, the second time we go out, then after I've paid for this one, she doesn't even grab. The waiter comes in. Give her donkey.
You do that?
Yeah, no, but like I said, with obviously previous girlfriends and so on, same thing. As you're talking about, you must always pay. And then when I met my wife, she was very independent. She was like living alone, living by, well, she was on her own, not living with her parents and stuff like that. And she was young. But anyway, she was very independent. So if we go out, she would always offer to pay. In the beginning, I said, no, bro, I betaal maar. And then later on, I'm like, okay, nee, betaal. Now you can pay. But she always offered.
Wow, that's nice.
And we've got in our relationship, she will, because I get paid halfway through the month, she gets paid at the end of the month, I think. So I'll pay for whatever, the entertainment for the, say, first 2 weeks of the month or whatever, and then she pays for entertainment thereafter again.
That works nice.
We split it, man.
Yeah.
And all our bills as well. Home loans, insurances,
bills
whatever.
as well?
Yeah, we split everything.
Wow, that's amazing.
Obviously, depending on the salaries and so on.
Yes.
But we've split everything so that both of us have money at the end of the month, man.
That's
You don't want to
beautiful.
have, I'm going to pay everything.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have any money.
Yeah.
You sit with all the money. So
Exactly.
what?
Now I'm
so,
broke.
Exactly. So we split it. She'll like say, for example,
That's
buy the
beautiful.
groceries.
Yeah.
I'll pay the bond. She does the insurance. I do whatever else.
That's
I can't
a-
even
that's
remember
a
everything.
beautiful
But things like that.
arrangement. Yeah.
And you need to work together like that.
You
man.
have to.
And I've
Especially like in these times with inflation.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? Now I've now noticed with a lot of couples. I thought that's like a normal thing in a marriage. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a marriage. You split everything, and
Yeah.
and I've now with a couple of friends, or a couple of people that I've now met along the way and so on. It doesn't work like that. Each person's money is their own. So
So who pays for what then?
I don't know how this stuff works. So bro, it's very confusing to me. But I suppose they also split the bill somehow. But when it comes to money after that, well, that's left. It's like yours. It's not our money. When my relationship with my wife, it's our money. If you want to
Okay.
take some money, take the money, and whatever. As a class, but they will like. Now the husband will ask for the money for, say, for example, 100 rand. Give me 100 rand. I want to go buy whatever beer.
100 rand for a beer there. Where the fuck you buying beers?
It's a lot of beer, bro. And beer's expensive. A 6-pack's already like 80 rand.
Is it? Yo,
Yeah.
okay, that just shows you how long ago I drank.
It's hard out in these streets, man.
Yo, then, fuck 80 rand for
Yeah.
6-pack is just crazy.
Exactly. But anyway, then, so you like ask for 100 rand. Then you'll have to pay that 100 rand back to her. I'm like,
Huh?
but how does that now work? Aren't you married? Isn't it like a household
You have
income?
to pay
So
it
why are you
back.
paying back to your wife?
Wow.
It's not, you didn't borrow money from your friend. It's your wife. And vice versa as well. Now the wife will borrow money. Yeah. But I mean, why are you borrowing money? It's your money.
It's a bit tricky.
So I suppose it works for some. I mean, in my household, it's not like that. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever money I've got is for both of us. Whatever
Yeah.
she's got is for both of us. I mean, we spend it and we spend the stuff together. We go out together and whatever. It's to each their own. But
Yeah.
I don't really agree with that.
I don't know. I'm so against like borrowing people money. I'd rather give it to you and don't even remember that I gave you this money.
Oh yeah,
Just take it and like because for me, I don't like running after my money. I don't like asking when you're gonna pay me.
Oh, yeah.
Are you okay now? Can you I'll just take it. Don't worry. Just pretend like we never even had this conversation. Just take it.
No, I've had situations like that as well. And I'm also not a guy. I'm no collector.
Yeah.
I'm not a debt collector. I hate asking people for money. Firstly, I don't borrow money by no one anyway.
Yeah, I'm used to. I hate that.
If I don't have the money for something, I just don't
go
do it.
without.
I don't borrow. But now I'll borrow you money. And then, you blame it still, bro. Nothing about when you're paying me. Or you'll say in the beginning, no, I'll pay you at the end of the month. Okay, quite. Now end of the month comes, I'm not going to ask you what.
Yeah.
You call. Then I hear, oh yeah, but this guy just bought a new car. This guy's now bought himself a lekker teas. I bought this. I'm like, deep Luxembourg. Hey, where's my money?
Fuck is my money?
No, you've got so much money. Where's my money?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been told that, look, I like helping people, man.
Yeah.
Friends, not just anyone, obviously. I'm not gonna fucking help someone on the street.
Help these streets there.
But if you're a good friend of mine and so on, I don't mind helping you. If I've got a couple of bucks to give you, I'll give it to you.
If you want a jam, you know.
If you're having problems with your car, I'll come help you fix the car.
Yeah.
Whatever. I like helping. Maar moet my even 'n gat vat nie.
Yeah.
Nee?
Exactly.
It's like I can't just keep giving. And especially I found that money destroys friendships.
Big time.
As soon as you start borrowing money, it's fine if the guy starts paying back and so on, but as soon as there's a hiccup and the money doesn't come back, then it starts ruining that relationship.
Yeah.
And you're losing a friend.
Exactly.
So rather, no bro, los je geld.
Yeah. Somebody actually asked me like long time ago. They wanted me like I can't remember what happened, but their family was I think they were blacklisted or something, and they couldn't get like a car on credit without somebody co-signing.
Oh yes.
So
you become liable if they
don't.
Yeah.
So like, but this is a sneaky thing about it, man. Like, he would say, oh, you know, I need your advice, you know, because it would just be me and him. Like, we go to like car dealerships and stuff. Like, you know, is this car okay? Is this car okay?
Oh.
And stuff. I know fuck all about cars now. Like, in terms of like mechanics and stuff. I just know it.
No, it looks like the fucking tires like, no. Tire's perfect, it's hard.
The fucking car can start, you know, like it looks nice. The wheels are clean.
Yeah.
The doors can open, you know, like I look at the engine, it looks clean, you know what I'm saying? But I can't like listen, okay, now that piston is all fucked up. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of that, like, I don't know, like I can just...
All of us have our talents.
Yeah.
That's not yours.
That's not my fault. I told him, he's like, no, just
but you still need to go with...
I was like, okay, fine. After a few weeks of doing this, I get a call like I can't, and I'm like, no man, I'm busy, I can't answer this phone.
Yes.
Look, just send me a message. I can't take this phone now, man. I can't take this call now. Send me a message about, look, we found a car, but you know, all we need is for you to just co-sign. You know, if I was like, hold on, you're blacklisted for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I can't take that chance. Like,
exactly. Now he doesn't pay. They come after you.
Exactly.
Now you get blacklisted because you don't have whatever that car costs to pay it. So what now?
And it's exactly what happened, David. Exactly what happened.
Did you co-sign?
No.
Oh.
I didn't. But then
Lucky.
they went through. I think they found somebody else. But then something happened. Something happened.
You dodged the bullet.
Fucking A. I was like, look here, I can't do this.
But how? That also just shows you that it's not really it's not really a friend, man. Because why would he put you in that position? Why would he want you to? Why would he? Even if he wants you to do it, why would he put you in a position where you need to co-sign?
Yeah.
For something like that, knowing that if he fucks up, you're gonna sit with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my thing is, man, like, don't take me on this tour, this car shopping tour, just wanting my opinion, knowing full well that you wanted me to co-sign from the jump.
Yes.
From the jump. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like ulterior motive.
Yeah, like just...
Or even achteraf,
you know, like be upfront one time. Look, I need your help. This and this is what's happening. And blah. Like, why? Because I mean, like, this was gonna be like not his car, but like for his parents and stuff. Like, so like, why couldn't his parents? Because I knew his parents were like family friends from Harlem. Why couldn't his parents would just come to me and say, "Look, we're in the jam, so and so on, but you want to go this route now?"
Exactly.
So I was like, "Nah, this is bullshit."
Look, it's like I said, you dodged the bullet there. I mean, otherwise you would have been sitting with this nonsense.
Call me Neo, David.
Yeah. Ach no, money is a evil thing, bro.
Yeah, man. It also, like, there's this one thing I saw from this clip from a movie, man. This guy was he went to this mafia boss saying like, "Yo, man, this guy he owes me money, man. I can't get it out of him, man." He's like, "How much you owe you?" $20. He's like, "It's only $20, but it's a principal, man. He needs to pay me back." I was like, $20? He's like, "You got off light." It's like, you just fixed the problem for $20.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? That guy's out of your life now.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, young bro. Nah, look, that's why I try and stay away from borrowing money and so on, to friends and so on. It's like I say, it's best to just give the money rather.
Just give.
Another thing is, yeah, bro, I can't just give 4, 5, 6,000 rand or whatever.
No,
This was a
David, you must motivate.
this was a Karsify event,
you must motivate for 50 marks, bro. I want to see your bank
a
statement
12-page essay,
along with supporting documents of like 5 months bank
proof of
statements.
residence, payslip.
I wanna, you gotta show me something, bro.
It is.
You can't just come with your hand out.
And you know what? Apparently, if say I borrow you whatever 5,000 or whatever, you don't pay it back. I can't really take you to court to pay that money back.
No, you can't go to small claims.
No, but I don't know if it works in small claims either, because there was also another story I heard. Also something about friends or two parties that now borrowed money, and he couldn't get it out of him, so he took the guy to court. But I think it was like a hell of a lot, probably like a couple of 100,000 maybe. And then they said no, he has no claim because he's not a financial services provider. You cannot borrow people money. You're not allowed to borrow him money. You need to be a financial services provider in order for you to have a right to the money or whatever, to borrow money. Because I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but yeah, so this guy, he lost the case. So that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if you can do that stuff in small claims
That's
court.
fucked up. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they had a contract and everything signed, but they said the contract is it's null and void. You're not a financial services provider. You're not registered and so on. So you must be careful. You get legal advice first. I'm not giving legal advice. I don't know if it's true.
T's and C's apply.
Disclaimer, people. Contact your lawyer, legal wise, clientele, legal, whatever, and find out from them.
That's fucked
But
up.
that's what I heard, and yeah, and like I said, I don't know if it's true or whatever. I know there was a story like that. I don't know what the ins and outs was though.
Yeah.
My yeah, bro, there's a
Sheesh.
catch for everything. And you know what there? What I've also noticed, a lot of people that get blacklisted. Now or what I've also heard, no advice, is that if you get blacklisted, apparently you are only blacklisted for 7 years.
Oh, is it?
And after that 7 years, then the monies that you owed gets written off.
Whoa.
And then you basically rehabilitate and you can go make debt again.
Whoa.
So you can go buy a house, a car, whatever. Well, obviously they're going to take the house and the car back.
Yeah.
But say you've got clothing accounts, and you buy like clothes. They're not going to fetch your clothes back. Or you make a loan by the bank, just a normal loan. Things like that. Now you don't pay it. What they can't do anything if you don't pay it. They're just gonna blacklist you. You're blacklisted, okay? Now for 7 years you can't get any debt. But I mean you bought all this stuff already, you don't need it.
Yeah.
And then after 7 years you rehabilitated, your debt's written off.
I didn't know
So
that.
it's actually very difficult for the companies out there.
Sheesh.
'Cause I mean, any person can just decide, no, I'm not going to pay
I'm not
this.
gonna pay.
I'll rather sit with 7 years with nothing.
You can't go to jail for that? Is it just a
No.
matter of being written off? And
You don't get sent to jail for
Sheesh.
that. It's most not theft.
True, no?
But yes, I think I don't know if it's in the what act it is, probably Debt Act or whatever. But yeah, apparently, because I know someone as well. Yeah, I know a lot of people. And I know someone as well that was blacklisted, and this person actually had debt owing like R1 million. And anyway, he got blacklisted, and then like he actually told me this. He actually told me about the 7-year thing, and after 7 years, because I didn't know him back then, I only knew him like he was blacklisted, but then he got rehabilitated, whatever, after 7 years. And then he told me that no, he can now go make debt again. He's still going to go buy, what's this place, man? You buy like fridges and couches off of them. It's like a Cape Consumer or something. Anyway, he still
like a furniture type of.
No, but it's like almost like like a, but it's like an online shop type thing.
Oh.
But anyway, they come deliver it and.
So you bought like the
But
credit.
yes, but it's like credit. I think it's like a type of a rent to own type thing, or something. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, he had nothing, so he bought a fridge, these nice reclining seats, a TV. One of those convection microwaves, lekker things over there.
Give me ideas now.
and he was blacklisted, but obviously after 7 years, like he told me, the money he owed was written off.
But they took everything back though.
No. And
you got to keep the fridge and recliners and.
Yeah, because look, he was rehabilitated, so that's when he got the fridges again. So he got credit again. He could make credit again, but the kicker, he lost his job. And then he again couldn't pay for the stuff.
Oh, fuck. The cycle continued.
So he basically sold all the contents in the house to this one guy for like 17,000 rand or something, or 20 grand. And it was much more. There was a big pool outside, one of those like porta pools, but like a massive one. Like a whole lot of stuff, man. A guy came there. He only wanted to buy like a couple of things. And then the guy, he said, well, take everything for, say, 20, just for example. Like a week later, the guy came with a bucky, his whole family and stuff, packed up, bro. And then he moved somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, they never came to fetch stuff again, and everything was on credit. So that's what I'm saying. It's difficult out there for these people giving credit and stuff like that, because you can just decide one day, no, I'm done with this life. I'm not paying my debts anymore.
Because I keep seeing on Take A Lot. I've only seen it recently. Maybe it's always been there, but there's also this buy now, pay later option. I was like, how would you?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me just verify that.
Buy now, pay later.
You know, I don't want to lie to these streets.
Oh ja, asseblief. Laat gaan kom vir jou. Like they came for me.
I mean, they came for you, but I got the heat. Like, what the fuck? Like
they don't know where I live.
I was like, why you come for me? Like, it's like just because I went out to lunch with this guy who believes in sex before marriage. Wait, where's this option? Let me take this away.
But they must have like a credit option then as well. So you probably...
It's exactly that.
So you have to obviously apply for a credit line and or a line of credit. And
I'm not sure. This fucking mouse is working on my gut today, really. Let me see. Let me go
just
camping
anything.
Outdoor.
Go to beauty products, get yourself some face cream, man.
You know, I was thinking about making a change, David. Let me see, okay, let's go for this tent. Let me buy this tent.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll camp out here in the back. You must cut your grass the other day.
I did. I was busy with that weed eater, David.
Yeah.
Oh, David, that was fantastic. That was fun. Where is this? Okay, see, there you go. Buy on credit.
Oh, buy now, pay later. Buy on credit
12
for
months.
583, 12 months.
See, learn
using Mobicel. Oh, Mobicred.
Mobicred.
Oh, but I think that's like an external company probably.
It must be.
Interest rate 21.75, like 22%.
Oh, that's a lot, David.
That's a cheapie. That is not. They are making so much money.
Go to the application, ask you the nationality, marital status, what is your race. What does that have to do with anything?
That's always on these applications. I always wondered to myself as well. What
does that have to do with anything?
A lot of times I must select anything over here.
Oh my
I select black, colored, other. Enige ding. What's it got to do with you?
What is it? Why is that
I just want a loan, man. Doesn't mean because I'm white or black or pink or whatever, I'm going to get a different interest rate.
The money is green. Just give me the fucking green. That's all I want.
I suppose it's probably for stats and so on, but I don't know. Oh, yes, that's quite a lengthy thing.
Wow.
You must capture your budget there.
I wonder how long is the review process? Payment information. I'm not a robot.
Oh, yeah,
I'm under debt review, yes or no. And then, okay, you have to give consent. And it goes through RCS.
Oh, it's RCS credit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're the parent company, I think.
Yes.
Mobicred just.
Yes.
I see. Interesting.
I don't understand how that works though. you've got, because RCS has its own cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Now you've got this thing that works through RCS. But why? Because now RCS is taking your profit, or maybe they're not registered as financial services providers, so they work through RCS's license or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because maybe it's hard to get a license or something.
Yes, because I've noticed the same thing with the insurance companies. Have you seen that?
Yes,
you'll have insurance that it says
is an umbrella.
Yes, it'll say Auto and General. I don't know if it's true, but Auto and General administered or whatever by Santam. Say.
Yes, I've seen that.
It's like,
I've
but
seen
why?
that.
Santam is an insurance company already.
Exactly.
Why can't I just go to them?
Yeah, why don't you go straight to the source and you
What?
might get a better rate also.
Exactly. What's the catch now?
Yeah.
You now, because they must be taking some of your profits if they are, because you must pay them for.
Exactly. You must pay them annually or something for this license, to use the license or something.
So things like that, I don't understand. And a lot of these, like, I saw these financial services providers, or when I take a loan out somewhere, they're always affiliated to some bigger company.
Always.
Why? What's the catch? Why can't I go to the bigger company?
Yeah, why can't I go directly?
Nah.
Yeah. Or unless the bigger company is just in the business of being this parent and everybody coming to them, and that's how they make their money, because maybe it's less risk for them also.
Maybe. I don't know. It's
because I know RCS used to have their own card. I think they still do. They still do that.
I think years back when I was like 21 or 2 or something,
Everyone
I
had
had like an RCS card.
Yeah,
I
everyone,
did.
yeah.
Or now I applied
especially
for one. I got declined because I was 18 or 19. You had to be 21.
Really?
Back then, yes.
I didn't even know that.
Because I can remember I still went to do my car's brakes.
Yeah?
And then the guy's like, oh no, but the discs are broken, it's shattered, I need new discs and it's going to cost me like $3,000 and this and that.
Shit.
I'm like, yo, but I don't have this money. So they said, no, apply for RCS. So I filled in this whole thing. And they declined me. You had to be 21. So I'm like, oh, fuck it. So I had to get the money somewhere. But that's why I know of them.
Yeah, like, because I know, like, they used to sell these RCS or advertise RCS cars with these car auto parts.
Yes.
It used to be big. That's the first time I've seen it.
Exactly.
I knew it just as if you need parts, you get this car.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even think there would be this massive financial service provider.
Oh, and you know what? I think RCS is also like the credit provider for like game and them as well. I think I've seen it on their things as well.
They're blown up that big now.
Yeah,
You
no,
can still
RCS
get
is
the
massive.
you can still get RCS card.
Is it?
Yeah, I see. Apply now. Game. Like just as you said.
Oh yes, Kate.
Game. Yeah.
Game my store card. Look at that. RCS.
Backed by RCS. How dare you? How dare you?
Secures the connection failed. RCS.
You try to deny me my RCS application. Here it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
This one looks shorter. Just the ID.
No, but I'm sure once you put
That's
in
the
that,
beginning.
and then you then it's like a whole comprehensive thing.
But you know what? Also, I've how quick it is these days to get credit. No?
Oh, they give you money just like that. Just
in the past, years back, you go apply for a loan. It couldn't be online or over the phone.
Yes,
you had to actually physically go in
and fill out these forms.
Exactly, and then it takes like how many days
Yeah.
for them to process it. Now, it's like
instant, bro.
you apply now,
Instant.
10 minutes later it's in your account.
Instant.
It's like, how the hell is this?
Like when I switched banks, I went to. I'm not gonna give any bank no credits. I'm not gonna put in. So I switched banks, and then I wanted to apply for a new credit card, just so I could buy online and stuff. So this lady, I don't know what she was doing on the computer.
Yes.
She said, okay, fine. And she was so like, okay, she first gave me the interest rate, man. And she was like so shocked that the interest rate was so low that they gave him, because she's never seen one like that before. So she's like, look, this is really low. So I was like, how much do you want your limit to be? So I said something like a small amount, man. Because it's just to buy online, then I'm going to pay it over again once it's done, transaction's done. But now you can buy it with your debit card now, because you don't need a credit card anymore.
Exactly, you don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
In the past, you couldn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, just give me, like, let's say example, I said 6,000.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, man, like the interest is so low. Why don't you go for more? Because I've never seen this. I was like, but why? Like, why? You know,
exactly.
Like,
what am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do with 20,000 on my credit card? Like, no,
it is.
That's just a fucking trap. I was like, no.
But the same thing with Edgar's. I used to have an Edgar's account. I closed that years ago, luckily. But anyway, I had this account, and since I opened it the first day, my credit limit was like $4,000. But every bloody month you'll get a message. Yeah, no, you qualify for a credit upgrade of like 18,000 or whatever.
Yes.
Do you want to upgrade? Just SMS yes or whatever. And or if I go to Edgar's now, I buy like a top or something, I put it on the account. Then the tellers, they'll ask you,
Yes.
we see you due for a credit increase. You want? I don't know. I don't even use the 4,000 and it's on here.
Exactly.
Because I just use that card maybe once a year. Then I'd buy myself a nice pair of shoes or a nice top or nice work pants or something like that. And then I pay it off because it was like interest free over 6 months, I think. Pay it off 6 months. Then I'm fine again. I'm there. I never used even more. I don't even think that account was ever on 1,000.
Wow.
I don't like store accounts.
Yeah, I hate that.
I've got a game account as well.
Oh, is it?
Never used it.
No.
I don't even know where the card is. I keep getting SMSs again.
Yeah,
You've got so much credit available. Come buy a fucking TV or whatever.
Yeah.
No thanks, I'm good. But I opened it that back then as well because I think I did buy. No, I didn't buy them at TV there. What did I buy? I bought something, and then I just opened up the account and I used that. But there was that one item. It was like one and done. And that was years back.
Wow.
I haven't closed the account. I should actually. But yeah, no. Look, they try and catch you with these things.
Of course. Like my bank will periodically just increase my limit because I've been a good boy. They just say increase it up like automatically. I never ask for it. They'll just send me a message. Your credit has been increased, but I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask for it.
No, on my banking app as well. There's a thing. They don't send me a message, but on the thing when I open it up, it gives me a page and it says, "Okay, do you qualify for what's this? Like not a credit card, a check account.
Oh, yeah.
Overdraft facility of so much.
Oh, yeah.
Click yes to accept. Your credit card limit can be increased to this much or that much or whatever. Things like that. So you must not just click. But I don't want it. What? I don't use it.
Exactly.
Why? You wanna? You will many temptation and lies.
That's exactly.
You wanna tempt me now because
in the back of your mind you're like, you know what?
There is this credit facility,
you
so
know, and they just say I could use it, you know,
and I'll pay it back at the end of the month.
Of course I will.
End of the month comes.
Of course I will.
Okay, I'll pay 200 now. Next month I'll sort. No. 10 years later, you're still paying for that bloody thing. So they try and catch it like that. That's why I never increase my credit. Whatever I got when I get the card, that's what I sit with.
Exactly.
I don't want more because it just.
I don't need more.
Exactly.
And it's a temptation because you know in the back of your mind there is more. You know what? Let's test this limit.
And you know, a lot of people they brag, which I've never really understood. It's nothing really to brag about. They'll brag. Oh, my credit limit is like 50,000 rand.
Why would you brag about that?
I'm like, okay.
What does that? It's your money.
It's not money. It's not your money.
It's not your money.
Go use a credit limit.
Let's see.
Try and pay it back.
Let's see how you flex now.
But it is. It's like people love bragging about these things. Our credit limit so much. Okay, mine's 10. So what now?
So what?
I'm actually better off.
Exactly. I had an Edgar's account years ago. Like the only reason I opened one is because I was getting into property purchasing, and they told me because I didn't have any debt or anything. Said have something on your name, just have the account, so that they can see some credit record and stuff.
Oh, that was my Edgar's account. I had to open up an Edgar's account to get a cell phone.
Yes.
Because I never had debt.
Yeah, never had any
no
debt.
one wanted to give me anything because I didn't have a credit record.
No, you have to have some dirt on you before they trust you.
And you had to actually buy something on it. So you can't just have had the account.
Yes.
You had to buy something small and pay it off over a couple just to get that record.
Exactly. Just to show a track record. Okay, he's trustworthy.
Exactly.
And then after because I remember somebody told me, well, I think I bought something, and then they explained to me, yes, to keep your account open, we have to charge your account with X amount per month.
Huh?
So I was like, wait.
You mean what?
You mean like it's a bank account? You know, it's like,
exactly.
Why are you charging me to keep the account open?
There's no money in there.
Exactly. That doesn't make any sense. It's like, no, I was like, nope, closing it. Closing it.
That was also one of my biggest reasons why I closed the my Edgar's account. It was actually, once again, I never used this bloody thing. Never. And during lockdown, okay, I had this club membership thing.
Oh yeah,
because we
for the
used to,
movies
yeah,
and stuff.
just literally
I
just
had
for the
the same
movies.
thing.
Because it's like half price movies, and it
Exactly.
was like cheap. And
Yeah.
anyway, that's the only thing I had on the Edgar's account. That's why I had it open for so long. And then lockdown hit, and then they decided, oh no, we're not debiting people's accounts anymore. We're gonna give them a break. So no one let me know about this. And then one day I checked my statement, I'm like owing like $300 or $400. I'm like, for what? So I call these people, so I tell them, but I haven't bought something from you in years. How the hell am I owing money? Now, then they explain to me, no, but for the past how many months we haven't been deducting because people haven't had money. So I'm like, but did you ask me if I don't have money? Did I say don't deduct? Anyway, so I paid it and I fucking closed that account so quick, bro. Because I mean, jy vat my vir 'n gat.
Exactly.
And now I must owe you 300 or 400, I think it was like 300 and something bucks. Why?
Why?
You should have taken the money from my account. If I
Exactly.
couldn't pay it, I would have told you. Look,
Yes, I have problems.
don't debit it, or I would have closed the account.
Exactly. You don't just
now
make
you
that decision for
now
me.
you're creating debt.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was
That's
so
fucked up.
irritated. So then I closed that account, and that was the end of Edgar's, bro.
Nah, fuck that. Like they're obviously still around though, but they struggled, right? Because a lot of retrenchments.
Yes, they
happen.
almost went bankrupt
A lot of retrenchments happen. Like they almost closed.
because they're
their
fucking
doors.
around with their clients like that.
Yeah, that's an ugly business. That I mean, to just charge people's account for keeping your credit clothing account open.
An admin fee.
Like what? Cuck?
What admin? There's nothing on there.
There's nothing.
And what does it cost you to have that account?
Yes.
It costs you
I
nothing.
was like, no, I'm closing that
That's
shit.
I hate admin fees. It's like,
Aye.
what exactly is this? What
Yes.
does it entail?
Yes, please
Because I'm
explain.
paying. Say you've got a loan, then you always have these admin fees like 67. I think it's like a 67
Yeah,
flat rate
yeah.
that they charge. I think on your house bond and stuff as well, it's a 67
there's
or
also
67.
those admin
Like
fees.
small.
Yeah,
It's like admin fee. But for what?
For what?
I'm paying interest on this, a hell of a lot or whatever. You're already making that, so what? Why are you charging me admin fee? What are you
Yeah.
doing? Are you physically every month going into my account and checking, oh yeah, everything's still right, what? Admin, right, done, 67
They,
charge.
they have a program for that.
You don't
There's-
go every month and go, so what am I paying you for?
There's no physical manual. Imagine how many employees they had to have just for doing that.
Precisely.
Every fucking client they have.
Exactly,
There's
so,
no
but now
way.
why charge me an admin fee? What admin do you have?
Bullshit.
Sending me an email with a statement every couple of months.
Yeah.
And you're not doing that, your system does it.
Automatically.
And it costs you still nothing.
Fuck off.
You're not posting something to me where you're actually paying for paper.
It's an
an
email.
email. So that's stuff that irritates me, man. Why is that even legal? Something like that.
and
If
why
you're not
must-
doing anything on my account, why am I paying?
Yeah. And why must I pay to take my own money out of my bank account?
Oh,
That makes no sense to me.
That is also a thing.
But it's my money.
Exactly.
You know, why must I pay you?
Exactly. Now I'm paying like 200 Rand bank fees a month, like your.
Yes, your normal bank charges
yeah,
for
bank- yeah.
transactions.
But now I want to draw money. Now you want to charge me. You tell me I can only draw once or twice a month.
And from this bank,
And,
ATMs.
and if I draw after that, then you want to charge me now for every 100 Rand, like whatever.
Yeah.
Why? I'm already paying you to cover all these fees.
Exactly.
But you're not allowing me to use my money like
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
They control you so much. But you know what? The banking system in South Africa is apparently so advanced. In America, the banking is apparently very cuck.
Really?
Yeah, like where we have like normal transfers between accounts, instant transfers, things like that. Apparently, they don't have things like that.
What?
They're very, their banking system's very oud nog. And the cards like tapping and stuff, I don't think they've got things like that either.
Come on, I'm sure they do.
No, bro, you must check. Yeah, actually, check on YouTube. Them, and I think Europe is also kind of the same, but I think America is the worst. They call it if you must transfer money, they say they must do a wire transfer or something, but they don't do it through their bank. They use an app. What's this app that they use, man? Venmo.
Oh,
This is why everyone in America has
and cash
Venmo.
apps and
Yes.
Yeah.
So somehow they get their money in there and they transfer it from their Venmo to the other Venmo. But their
Whoa.
banks, it doesn't work that way or somewhere. But apparently our banking system is very advanced in South Africa.
Sheesh.
Something at
I
least.
mean, we even have scan to pay with our phones.
Yes, I think they probably have that. Because
Well,
you've
but
got
that's pretty
Apple Pay and
advanced.
you've got
Yeah, they've-
Samsung Pay and
Yeah, they've
and
got
whatever.
all of
So
that,
they must
so-
have that. But I think something to do with the transferring.
I-
Or even their
but-
salaries. I think their salaries, they could still get a check or something. It doesn't get deposited. Something to do, but
okay,
their banking
I
system
think-
is very...
But I think the Venmo and the cash apps, I think that is just basically so that I think it's less charges or it can't be traced or something or
I don't know. But you must Google it. You'll see. I saw, I've now watched a couple of videos. There's this lady on TikTok. She's actually in Scotland, and she also said there that their banking system is like, it's not the same in South Africa as South Africa. Just maybe
That's America.
American banking system compared to South Africa or something.
American banking. I'm typing CAC here compared to South Africa. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is the fees now. Fuck this mouse. It's gonna be the end of me. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Ah, shit. I'm clicking now, but there we go. Approximately. No, this is not giving me. I think the only way to get this point of view is actually speaking to somebody who has experienced both worlds.
Yeah,
you know.
why SA banks are world class? Maybe that'll say
News
something.
24. Komiso. Give me one more. Just give me one more zoom. There you go. South Africa banks are different from banks in many other countries. What is that? Lafferty?
The highest
Lafferty Group.
rankings for the second successive year, South African banks.
Wow. One of the key factors setting them apart from, for instance, banks in Europe, where states have to bail out banks, is that local banks in SA won't be turning to government for help. Oh,
No, that's just now the
that's-
money part.
let me see. Capitec is the only bank in the world to achieve 5 stars. Wow. Beating other global leaders such as HSBC, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan Chase, and local contenders Standard Bank, Absa, Nedbank, and FirstRand Bank. The ratings in the benchmarking study provide an independent global measure of bank quality. Quite simply, the study finds Africa's major banks have the highest quality among 100 banks across 32 countries that have rated, said Lafferty. Oh, no, what the fuck is Lafferty?
Yeah, ik weet niet wie is.
Anyway.
Yeah, but look at this now. Doesn't really tell you what they have and what we have and so on.
Compare.
But you should have a look one day, even on maybe YouTube. They'll have videos, but there's definitely things that we have that they don't have, and I think that the whole transfer thing was one of them, where you can transfer, do instant transfers from account to account.
Yes.
I think they didn't have that option.
Interesting. Just want to see if there's any more. No, there's nothing. It just looks it doesn't give you the features, but yeah, it'll be interesting to get different perspectives from people who've experienced both worlds.
You should actually, if you can get someone on here that's been in something like that. I
Yeah.
think that would be an interesting conversation.
It would.
Where they can actually explain to you, but
Break it down.
maybe someone that's lived in America.
Through comparisons. I've got somebody who's living there right now in Florida.
Shout
out to Samantha. Shout out to Sammy. She's I don't know when she's coming back. She messaged me the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know when she's coming back.
Yeah, you should maybe ask her. Or
Yeah.
do like a
When she comes,
like
I'll
a Zoom call. Zoom podcast.
She was gonna come last year in November, but then she decided to stay and study.
Oh, okay.
So I think she's a nurse over there, and she started to study. So she's studying. She got approval for studying application over there. She's studying now. So.
Nice. I think nursing is one of the toughest jobs now. I don't think I can do that.
I had a guest lined up last week, Sunday, a nurse to come. But then he asked his employer, I can't even name the name of the hospital now, and they said no.
Oh.
They declined him, yeah. So yeah, I was so close. like he was, cause like when he said yes immediately, but then he's like, fuck, let me just ask him, make sure.
But he didn't have to say who he works for and things like that.
That's my thing also.
Because I mean,
man.
we don't talk about our personal things. It's just your experience.
Yeah,
and
I'm not gonna ask him. So this hospital you work for, do they do this? I'm not gonna do
No,
that.
it's just in general you speak.
Exactly. But yeah, he got rejected. So
I think you don't want to put the guy's job in jeopardy.
No,
as
that's
well.
the last thing I want to do. But I really wanted that conversation to go down. I
think-
had so many questions.
Yeah, look, I think that'll be an interesting interview as well. Because look, honestly, I give it up to the nurses, man. I wouldn't be able to do that job.
They're the ones
on
who
their
run
feet
the
the
hospital.
whole day. It is. The doctors come in, they see you, and they tell nurses, okay, do this.
Do this and this, exactly.
You hardly ever see a doctor.
Yeah.
And the nurses are there all the time. And they're on their feet all the time. I mean, your back must be so sore. Look, if I'm on my feet for too long, my back is sat.
Yeah.
And the shifts.
The shifts kill you, bro.
And I must still go home. And no, look, they've got a tough job. And also cleaning all this nonsense of the people and the blood
sanitization and
yes.
And you see the most horrific shit.
Oh,
the
yes.
trauma and especially like if you work in ICU or the trauma ward,
Yes.
you see some crazy shit.
Exactly. No, look, that is a very, very tough job. Why people go into that field? You must have a real passion for something like that.
Like helping people. Wait, David, I
that's
have to pee. Hold on. Pause this quickly. Okay, so we're back, David. After we've both been, how do you say, relieved of any stress and tension in our bodies.
Oh, mense gaan nou ek se gedagtes nou kry. Please elaborate. Please elaborate.
We use separate bathrooms with at different times. Please, the streets keep it clean. But yeah, we're talking about nurses here. Yeah, but that's a crazy job.
Yes.
All the things I see.
It's very crazy. And did you hear now? Moving off of that a bit now. Did you hear this Pfizer thing now? There's apparently a court case now about this COVID vaccine.
Yeah, there's been one.
Yeah, but now in South Africa.
In South Africa as well?
Yeah, it's in South Africa. A big thing apparently happening here. They're even reporting on it in America.
Holy shit.
Did you get a shot? Nah, me either,
You
man.
must know I'm unvaxxed, baby.
I'm unvaxxed. Unvaxxed. Yeah, I'm unvaxxed.
my lifestyle is my vaccination, bro.
Yes.
Let me see. Hold on. Pfizer case in South Africa.
Yes. I heard it on the radio in KFM
Really?
now 2 weeks ago or
What
something.
are they being... court case. Let me see. Case in South Africa. What is going on?
Growing support fortifies. SA case against Pfizer grows strong as spearhead. The top one. Biz News.
This one here?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the 3rd of April.
Who are you?
So you like string.
Yeah, no, don't fuck with me.
I hope she's on our side.
Yo, you must see, like, I heard this thing, like, girls prefer, like, unvaxxed sperm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a thing about it, like, girls, like, look, I'm not talking cock. This is the thing, David. This is the thing. This fucking mouse, I gotta get this shit together. Why can't I zoom in on this page? Here we go. This mouse.
No, this mouse doesn't want to work with.
Okay, I'm gonna have to squint. Let me see. This is what we're looking for. Okay, here we go. The unprecedented rise in serious adverse events suffered by individuals after their Pfizer vaccinations. The activist lawyers, I like her because she's an activist. Activist lawyers spent weeks researching the available documentation before agreeing to spearhead in Pretoria High Court. Wow. Case instituted by FASA. I don't know what that means or what that stands for. Demanding that the court review and set aside authorization of Pfizer's vaccine products on the basis that the authorization was unlawful. Wow. In the space of only a few months, FASA's case, the first of its kind, which, if successful, would have far-reaching global implications, has gained significant momentum with the world-renowned medical professionals throwing their weight behind it. one of the professional heavyweights, Professor Tim Noakes. Oh, Tim Noakes.
Oh, that
Who-
guy from University of... Where do you work?
But that guy.
Yeah,
that
guy.
That guy, yeah, who tweeted the statement below to hear Nook's shrewd assessment of the COVID-19 pandemic. Watch the recording of his recent. Okay, give the recording at the below.
Yeah.
Okay, but wow, I didn't know it's coming to South Africa as well.
But anyway, yeah, they're fighting.
Wow.
And you know what? No? I've all along, and you know, you probably had this as well.
Of course.
Because you're not vexed.
Of course.
People were talking so much cack about me not wanting to be vexed.
Me too,
and,
David. We've been ostracized.
And the peer
And
pressure.
shamed. And
the-
shamed.
And the peer, yeah, and shamed.
yeah.
And luckily, we didn't lose our jobs and things like that because we didn't want to be vexed. Other companies, won't name names, I don't want to be sued.
We ain't no snitches, David.
They,
we ain't no snitches.
People got fired.
Yeah.
And they actually went through the CCMA High Court and they upheld the
decision,
ruling.
yeah.
For them to be fired because they didn't want to get vaccinated. Now all the shit comes out, which people have been talking about back then already.
then.
That people are dying from this. People are getting
Blood
blood clots and
in a
all
coma,
sorts. Exactly.
Strokes.
And the government and everyone was just saying, no, it's not related to this. It's not that. How they lied to all of us.
lied.
And not only our government, the world's governments.
Every fucking government, David.
And who are they to force people to take this,
Exactly.
this stuff as... Anyway, look, luckily here we weren't forced. Well, most of us. Well, some of us. I don't know. No. But I mean, I suppose if I was forced, if they told me, look, it's either your job or you, whatever, take a vaccine or you go, then I probably would have taken it. But luckily I wasn't put in that position because now so much stuff is coming out. And I was watching, after I heard this about this news like 2 weeks ago, I saw a thing on YouTube. It's like a coroner, a guy that cuts open the bodies. And
Oh,
whatever.
yes.
And he was reporting that since 2020, they've seen such a massive increase in blood clots in the, obviously the bodies that come in there, because I think they have to drain the blood and stuff. So they had like little vials there. Now, he said, and don't quote me on the percentages, but say prior to 2020, or the COVID thing, the bodies that came in with these blood clots and whatever was like maybe like 10% of them. And now it's up to like 70% of the bodies that
He's experienced.
that's now got these blood clots in it.
David.
And you know what? This stuff was never tested.
It was never tested.
And this is why all of us, well, the unvaxxed said,
Yes.
fuck this shit.
Yes.
It wasn't tested. I don't know what's going to happen. In 10 years' time, I'm going to grow a fucking second arm or something. A
This is
third
true.
arm.
This is true. With third testicle.
And yeah, and once again, we were ostracized.
Yeah. Yes, well, I just want to say to all those people who ostracized me and shamed me and gave me grief for being unvaccinated, right now you can all see what's going on. Y'all can eat a hot bowl of dicks, but I still love you. Okay? We cool though, but eat a hot bowl of dicks, but we cool.
We're cool, but watch your back. But yeah, so it's crazy. These blood clots people are getting, and also, like I said, I didn't want to take it because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you were hearing about stories about people having seizures,
Yeah.
dying. I mean, you get it today, your arm sore, you get sick, and then all of a sudden they dead.
Yeah.
Getting blood clots.
The heart attacks.
Exactly. And I've got a friend whose father had a heart attack during this time. He had 2 shots. And I was actually talking to him yesterday. And he actually said he thinks maybe this had something to do with it because his father was fine, healthy, everything. We were actually, when he had a heart attack, my friend and myself, we were actually out the night. And then his wife called. And anyway, we had to rush back. But maybe it was because of that. Look, no, you can't say. And the deaths that actually occurred during COVID, how many of them were actually investigated, the cause of death?
Yeah.
It's always just COVID.
COVID. Yeah, everything is just COVID.
So there could have been so many more people that actually died from this injection instead of COVID.
Exactly.
So Yeah,
And-
fuck
and-
everyone that
and-
that gave me shit about not wanting it. Poor killer. And but yeah, I'm safe. My wife's safe. My
Yeah.
daughter's safe. None of us had it.
None
My
of
father
us.
didn't have it. Yeah.
And you know what? No, like, what was also fishy for me is like, all medications have this thing to say this is the side effects, right? The moment you start speaking about a side effect you had because of this vaccine, they get ostracized. He's like, no, he's an anti-vaccine, blah, blah, blah. It's like, why can't we speak about this openly? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? I mean, this is experimental.
It was an
drug.
experimental drug. It was developed in like 6 months. How
Exactly.
is that possible?
And these execs of Pfizer have been put on trial in America, right? They've been asked like, did you test it? Like, when you put this out, did you have any proof to show that this could prevent any infections and so on? They're like, no, they didn't test it at all. They knew, all along they knew.
Exactly.
They fucking knew.
No, man, it was a crazy time that we went through.
But that's the herd mentality. Everyone just follow them,
Exactly, like sheep.
Follow like sheep. No, you must do this, and everybody's so scared and stuff. I'm like, why must my level of fear be the same as yours?
Exactly.
I know I'm healthy. I take care of myself. I've been living this way since Van Riebeek was here.
Exactly.
Now you wanna live an unhealthy life, and because of the unhealthy life, you have underlying conditions. Now I must be on the same fear level as you.
Exactly.
No, cock, man.
And you know what? Even that, I got COVID in the beginning stages.
I remember.
Yeah.
No symptoms.
Boko, bro. I've got asthma. So I've got an underlying condition. I was supposed to be dead,
You're
according to them.
supposed to be. Yes, David.
Um,
Dead man walking right here.
I didn't even know I had COVID. I went for tests. I was home, lekker holiday. Got a call. Oh, you've got COVID. So I asked guy, are you sure? I feel fine. Yeah, no, you've got COVID. You must not stay at home for, I think it was 10 days back then. 10 days.
It was a long time.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, I suppose. And then, I mean, it was like leave.
Yeah.
Was at home. And I still tried to stay away from my daughter and my wife.
Yeah.
But as far as I could, I mean, we're in the same house.
Yes.
And they never contacted it, from me. I was fine, like I said, no symptoms at all. I was lucky ones, I suppose. My wife got it later on. I think at 21 in August. She got it very bad, actually. She actually was admitted to hospital.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
For like a week.
Whoa.
And then when she came out, they even brought her like these oxygen tanks. She never used it. She was fine then. But anyway. And you know what a bitch it was to actually get her into hospital. All the hospital beds were full.
Whoa.
We went to the emergency room. The one, I think it was a Sunday. Went to the emergency room because she was having pains. Somehow she couldn't breathe nice, man. So we went to the emergency room. So the hospital didn't have a bed for her or whatever. They just gave her a list of medication we had to go pick up at MChem.
Sure.
Like that. And this was now like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to drive through there and wait. Anyway, we went to get that. That stuff didn't work. Didn't help.
Shit.
A week later, I keep telling her, go to the doctor. Go to our house doctor because she's not getting better.
Yeah.
You need to do something. No, anyway. Eventually, she gets to the doctor. Doctor checks her out or something. She's like, right, you need to go to the hospital now.
Wow.
So the doctor's calling. We're sitting in the office. The doctor's calling hospitals, bro. No one has beds.
Shit.
So she tells my wife, okay, go home, go pack your bags. Tell the two of us, go pack your bags, so long. I'm going to call you in like half an hour, tell you where you're going. I'm going to sort something out for you. So luckily she got us a place.
Wow.
So my wife was in the hospital for like a week. I think it was a week and a half or something. But she was there quite long. But yeah, she got over it. Obviously, she's fine. My daughter, she's never had it.
Sheesh.
And she was living with me with COVID, with my wife with COVID. I never even got it the second time round. When my wife had COVID, I mean, I didn't.
It's like antibodies.
I
or
was
something,
sleeping
or-
next to her. We were, I mean, talking. I didn't care about this bloody COVID thing. So it was.
Look.
Is what it is.
We're not saying
yeah.
COVID isn't real. COVID is
No,
very
no,
real.
no, I'm not
COVID's
saying that at
very
all.
real. But just the fear mongering there, the tactics they were employing.
But exactly.
It's fucked up. And you know what? Of all the shit that happened, like of all the data that came out, they didn't realize or they didn't inform people. You know what? Like, let's say 70% of the people in ICU are obese. 70% of people have lack of vitamin D. 70% of people they don't tell people. You know what? Based on all the data we found. Living a healthier life, you know, eating, exercising, or doing this and this and this, taking care of yourself, you know, would help your situation. I'm not saying it won't prevent you from getting COVID, but it would help that we might not end up in ICU.
Yes. And you know, the mortality rate, I think that's it, the death rate on that thing, wasn't even really that high.
It wasn't.
They were going on about this thing, but I can't remember how many
More
people had
died
it.
from heart disease, diabetes, and
Exactly.
cancer.
They were making such a big deal about these people dying. Look, it's very bad. People died.
Yes, it was bad.
But it wasn't even like a 50%. It wasn't a 20%. I think it was like 9 or 8%
less
of
than that
people.
even.
It was like little
Less.
and compared to what how they blew this thing
Yes.
up. People
And
got
you know-
sick, yes, but most people
Recovered.
At least 90% of the
Yes.
people. You know, I said that it's a
More
bit
than
more. I can't remember the figures, but I can remember it was so little.
The last figures I saw, it was like 4% that died, like something like that.
Now, I would like to see what's the mortality rate with flu, the normal flu.
Yes, people die of flu every year, David. A lot of people.
Exactly.
And you know what the fucked up thing is? Like, everyone also did you hear about the tests that were calibrated incorrectly? Mm-hmm. So it was in the wrong setting or something.
Yeah.
And that's what boosted the numbers of COVID.
Really?
Yes, David. They fucked up the test. Everyone used the wrong calibration of the test.
Yes, that's crazy.
And another thing is, all those numbers that the infections that they were pushing, like, let's say 10,000 today, 20,000 tomorrow, they didn't deduct and say, you know, all the 20,000, you know, like 19,000 recovered. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, just the numbers go up and up, just to scare people.
It is, but it's exactly scare tactics, so you can take this injection.
Exactly.
Now, what I want to say with this injection, the Pfizer thing, there were videos of people, you know, when you open up the box, there's that paper that tells you all the precautions and things like that. That thing was blank.
Oh,
Apparently, the paper, it's a big ass paper like this. They just weighted paper, but there was nothing written on it.
Shit. David, we have to wrap this up, unfortunately. We got so much to talk about.
Eskom's on our case.
Eskom don't want to see the truth come out, David.
I suppose we need a part 3.
we have to do a part 3. But thank you so much for coming through. Where can people find you in the streets if you want them to find you?
Thank you for having me. Find me in the streets, rather not. Look, I'm not really on social media or anything like that. Contact Alvin. He'll contact me. He's my middleman. So you don't have to find me. Lost my donkey.
Alright, thank you for once again. I had a great conversation once again. Thank you for coming through. You're always welcome over here in the streets.
Awesome.
And let's go get some lunch, my man.
Oh, go kry 'n lekker date.
What you doing out in these streets, Leroy? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out? What you doing out? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out in these streets, Leroy? We in these streets.